Hello, students. So I'm going to lead you through my writing process that leads me to my paragraph that you're going to have to do also as an assignment. So if you look on, actually, let's go to our home page. So in Canvas, this is our home page. And this is, so our new home page. I'm looking at 6 opinion paragraphs. Reading one paragraph isn't really an opinion. So I'll change this. It'll be different when you check. So you're going to be writing a paragraph, and it's always very good to go to page 154A1. And this is the question. What items, clothing, electronics, sports equipment have you recently thrown away? Could the items have been replaced? I'll make this bigger. Could the items have been repaired? Why or why not? Did you replace the items with something new? So this is the question on page 154. So read the question and think about the question. This is very, very important because you want your brain to have a good answer to the question, and it takes time. So in Unit 7, in our homepage, you can click on Practicing the Writing Process. When you click on 6, Practicing the Writing Process, this is the writing process. So background information, thinking about a topic, right? So you know that it's on recycling, throwing old things away, buying new things. You can make thoughts all as you're trying to do this and with new vocabulary. Definitely do reading and research. So learn new vocabulary, practice new vocabulary. We have our Unit 7 vocabulary that you should use. And this is what I'm going to focus on in this video. We'll see how far I can get. Brainstorming, outlining, and your first draft. Okay, so brainstorming, you're writing everything you can down, everything and anything at all. It should be messy. It shouldn't be neat. It shouldn't be full sentences. It should be part sentences. And then you take your outline to organize your brainstorm. So let's see what I did. So here, this is our Google Doc. So you're going to do this in your Google Doc folder. And actually, I want to make sure that I have Times New Roman. So I'm going to select everything in my document. So I'm going to do Control A. Now everything is selected. And I'm going to go to my font, and I'm going to make sure that it's Times New Roman. Yep. But I also want it to be 12-point font size. That's great. I also want it to be double spaced. So I leave it all selected, and I go up to this one, line spacing. I click on it, and I click on double. Now everything's double spaced. That gives me a little more room, so I like that. So here's my brainstorm. So I spent some time, and you can pause this. You can also look at the click and look on the document. And these are what I came up with. I started thinking about the boys and how I throw away a lot of the boys' things because they get broken a lot. Electronics, old sports equipment. But I was thinking also about one of my hobbies, which is photography. I don't have a lot of time to do it, but I like to try and do it. And this story about my old camera that I never threw away, but I stopped using, and I probably won't really use it again. So I had this general brainstorm, and then I focused on the brainstorm. So I was talking about one of the things, and I didn't think it was fair to talk about the boys because they weren't talking about it. So I shouldn't talk bad about my boys. So I focused on the camera because it's a story about myself. And I brainstormed here. And notice that my word count is 70. So there's not full sentences. It's just general ideas. It's not really organized in any order. So this helps though. It gives me lots of ideas that I can use and turn into sentences. Always, of course, keeping the question in mind. Okay, that's it. I'm going to stop and I'll make another one for my outline.